Cinematic. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Fuel filter change is time is 2. So, first fuel filter change. First in there, as you guys can see, is buried. And then the other one, oh, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's under there somewhere. It likes to leak. Don't know if you guys saw it, but yeah, just a general fuel filter change video. All right, so I got a fleet guard here for the engine compartment and a B Pro Auto Next Level Parts diesel fuel filter for the under there. So yeah, Gino's Garage, they said okay things about that. I'll be the judge. All right, so yeah, let's get to it. Maybe a little bit longer of a handle. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the front of the truck here. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see, I stuffed the thing into the drain there so it doesn't get all over my front axle. Hard to see. I'll show it to you guys after. So, but I routed it down in old sugar container. So as you guys can see, after I opened up the filter housing, it started to drain like crazy. So it was just a little airlocked, I guess. But yeah, let's continue on wrangling that filter out without making a huge mess. Let's strip this guy off first. All right. Take that cover off without disturbing too much crap. Now, come on. Oh yeah. Open that sucker back up again. Just letting the filter drain in the housing there. Just a couple of drips and drops. As you guys can see, I have it sitting sideways. So yeah, let me get to a better angle and I'll show you guys. Alrighty, so we're at the top here. Let me see if I can wrangle it right through here. Oh, I did it. All right, sweet, good news. All right, I wanted to show you guys the difference between a new one and an old one. Don't mind the big smudge, that's from my dirty finger up there. But this is what they look like. You shouldn't get much dirtier than that if you take care of your fuel. I take my fuel out of my transfer tank. So it's also got a fuel filter on it, so it's double filtered. And yeah, so I really like to have clean fuel. I mean, that's the name of the game in the fuel filter system. All right, I like to lube these seals a little bit with fuel just to make it go in easier. So let's go on in there. It's like surgery. Don't touch anything else with it. Okay, come on now. Oh man, the struggle is real. The wiring harness is in the way. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, so let's see if we can get you guys in here. So I'm gonna close this valve here. This is the water drain valve slash bowl valve. So the way you know your filter's in is it's flush with this seating area. This part is flush with this part. So that's good. And now to clean the cap. and put a new O-ring on the cap side. Correction on that. The O-ring is on the housing side, right where I pointed. So correction on that, sorry about that. The O-ring is on the housing, right on the bottom of the thread. So make sure to remove the old one and install the new one and then lubricate with a little bit of fuel. As I said before, I made a little mistake. So there's a little O-ring right here. So I'm just gonna get it out and install the new one. So boom, boom, boom. Simple as that. Get yourself a little bit of fuel on there. Make sure everything else is clean. You don't touch it with nothing else. And make sure it's seated all the way around. All right, and the new filter O-ring is in. So that's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what I like to do is clean the inside of the cap here with brake clean real quick, wash it out, and the cap here. So as you can maybe see, I don't know if you guys could see it, 30.5 Newton meters. Do not over torque this sucker. There's no need for a ugga-dugga on that. So I'm gonna get this sucker back on there. I wanna lube the threads just a little bit so it makes it easy to go on. And this part right here, as you guys can see, it's a little bit of a beveled edge for the seal. The seal rides right in on there. I wanna make sure everything is nice and slippy and doesn't fold over. Alrighty, so I lubed the seal surface with a little bit of fuel. See how easy that sucker goes down on there? And bam. And just a little bit on this guy. And that should do it. You guys can see it's nice and snug down here. Make sure that's closed. Triple, double check. All right, so we are there. I feel confident with that. All right, let's go on to the backside. Alrighty, you guys can see how much fuel came out of the fuel filter housing. Quite a bit. Don't mind this. This is just dirty from the actual container. But yeah, that's a lot of fuel, so don't make a mess. A lot of fuel to make a mess with. All right, all this dirt you guys can see is from undercoating from the truck. Dealership goodness. Didn't say I wanted it, but I guess I have it now. So, I'm gonna give it a good blow ski here. Alrighty. All right, you guys. You guys can see, but I'm trying to prevent a little bit more mess. So yeah, let that sucker drain. Oh, sorry, but yeah, give that drain valve a little air so air can get in there and drain the sucker. All right, so you guys see where it's located, right on top of the drive shaft. So the filter housing is done draining. Oops, excuse me for the banging. So you guys can see how much came out. That's quite a bit, but a lot more is going to come out. So I'll show you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with a good old 29 millimeter socket. That's what fits on this, also in the engine compartment. Now, let's see if how big of a mess I make. All right, that should be enough. Come on, a little bit more. Uh-oh, I hear fluid. Oh yeah, there we go. All over the drive shaft. All right. Oh, always fun. Always fun. All right, come on now. That sucker should be on the actual cap. I don't know why it came off. But let me just... There we go. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So... Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So... You guys can see... Come on now. All right. So there's another chamber in here that's for where the where this guy, the drain, and also where the sensor for the water goes. So as water is heavier than fuel, the water will go in here and not in here. So this is a double chamber design. So here's the big kicker. This is the big filter. That guy, you see how dirty it is. And I'll show you a new one. Oh yeah, there's the difference right there. This guy catches a lot of stuff. All right, so I don't recommend cleaning this guy too much, just changing the O-ring, which is right here. So this one has the O-ring on the cap rather than the filter body. So remember to change the O-ring, clean this sucker off really good. I don't recommend using cleaner because it can get stuck in there. You can't dry it out properly. Stay clean. All right, so O-ring is right here. Let me get it out of there, nice and simple like. Yep. All right, oops. Sucker's a little more tenacious than that one. Bam. Easy, simple. Clean the groove. Key is to stay as clean as possible. So I'm gonna squeeze the old fuel filter here. Get some fuel in my fingers. Just a little. All right, so we're gonna put it around like such. Make sure it's not like that, but like that. All right, now install the new fuel filter on here and we're good. All right, here's the new filter. All right, you see that little thing in there with the little catches? It's supposed to go. All right, you'll feel it engage. That's how it's supposed to go in. It's supposed to stay with this cap. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a clean towel. Just do the edge here. Just one time. Should be fine. And take, of course, take this guy away. Ugh. All right, boom. Boom, and then just put it on there. Okay. All right. So you guys can remember the outlet was right here. That felt nice and tight. Everything looks good. So now I like to spray everything off with some brake cleaner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the captain's station. What I like to do, it's just what I do, is accessory and run. Let it go for a little while. I can hear some fuel pumpage. Okay. I turned it off. I heard the fuel pumps shut off. They're a very slight whining noise, and I want to do it again. Accessory and run. Just to make sure it's filled up. And I'll come back to you on the first start to see if it runs, or if it runs and dies, or if it dies and then runs, and everything in between. All right, so we let it run for 2 complete cycles, or about 15 seconds each. Foot on brake, and let's see if we can start it. Little hiccup. Alrighty. Don't be afraid if it dies. There still might be a little air and the, loses pressure, but doesn't look like it loses pressure. Oh, yep, sorry. Oh, let me get you in here. Fuel rail pressure staying good. Yeah, sounds real good. Oh, sorry. And I don't see any leakage. Everything's staying dry. So let's see about under here. Oh yeah. There we go. That looks good. No leakage around there. All right. That's what we call mechanic yoga. Up and down and back and up and around. See, everything's running real good. No problems there. Yeah. All right, and after I let it run for a minute, I'll come back and review. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys see, we got the fuel filter boxes right there. It was a pretty straightforward change. So I like to do the hardest one first, which for me is the engine compartment. Still pretty straightforward. Drain it, hopefully don't make a mess. And same with the rear, drain it, make a mess, obviously. The biggest thing I want to point out is make sure before you do anything else, there's no dust, that you blow off the oil filter housings or any surrounding area, like the wire loom, the engine, just blow it off really good with compressed air to make sure when you do touch a wire loom, dust doesn't fall into the fuel filter housing. Underneath in the back, that is a little less of a concern, but mainly in the engine compartment. Make sure it's clean, 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 clean. That's all I can say for the longevity of the fuel system and less headaches. And also, if you do use brake cleaner or any kind of cleaning solvent, make sure that it is completely dry. You don't want that kind of stuff in the fuel. It breaks down lubricity of the fuel. It can, if there's a large amount, it can cause pre-detonation, whatever. But just make sure to stay clean. That's the name of the game. So, as you guys saw, pretty easy. Bam, bam. I'll let you know on this B Pro Auto filter. It's a filter. Shouldn't be rocket science. So I'll let you guys know. But the next thing we're going to do, I don't know if you guys can tell here, but if you guys know what that is. Yeah. It's a little ball valve for the drain plug. There are people that like them or dislike them. I'm gonna try it. It's a double action thing, so you gotta push up and turn. It's also protected by the front axle, so nothing should hit it unless you go through big sticks, brush. Application specific for what you're using your truck for. For me, nothing that extreme. So one of the next maintenance videos, I will install that and let you guys know. Also, I'm gonna start doing oil samples. So we're at 40,000 right now, and just going on the rundown of how this truck's holding up. 2019, Ram 3500. Trying to take care of it. You guys know all the problems that are in the community. Hoping that that won't happen to me. Fingers crossed. All right, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If I did miss anything, point it out. I'm just a regular mechanic dude on a farm with a truck. All right, and as usual, aloha, and thanks for watching.